was supposed to be in the studios today, but at 8:30 last night, I get a call from the doctor. And the doctor says, your children have COVID. And I said, excuse me? Your children have COVID. Okay. Well, they all were sick for 2 days and had a wussy little fever and a headache. Like a bad cold, as they described it to me. I don't feel well. How do you feel? I got a headache and I sniffles and a fever. All right. I can still do stuff. No, go to bed. It was a bad cold with a fever. So now everybody in the house has COVID or had COVID, except for my 2 grandchildren and me. I'm just assuming that I'm going to get it, I guess. The doctor was like, you have a bad immune system, blah, blah, blah. You have, immune problems. And I'm like, I mean, really, it was like a bad cold. If that's it, I want it. I want it right now so I have the antibodies. In fact, I'm thinking about charging, I don't know, Stu, what do you think, $500? So you can come over and you can hug my children. They'll lick their hand and then put it on your face. I mean...
Sounds like a really bad idea.
If this is the strain that you're going to get, though, I mean, I know that it is bad, but if this is the strain that you're going to get, this is the one to get. This is the one to have. I'm thinking about having a chicken pox party.
Yeah, right. Well, you look very pale. So I think what do they say? About 80% of cases are either asymptomatic or mild symptoms, right? And then you start getting into more serious symptoms after that. But most people, right, that have it don't have these devastating effects. It's just hard to predict who gets them and who doesn't. I mean, we know older people get it more often, people with pre-existing conditions. But it's like, Freddie Freeman of the Atlanta Braves, who's, pretty well in shape, got 104 fever from it. Who knows how it's going to hit you?
Yeah, my doctor was like, I want to start you on a flight. You're going to get it. You have a compromised immune system. You're old. You're fat. And I'm like, okay, well, I mean, you don't have to be rude about it.
Truth teller.
Yeah, thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Mm-hmm. So hydroxychloroquine, zinc, baby aspirin, and I'm like, oh no, don't give me baby aspirin. I mean, I'm still working my way up to ibuprofen 800. Mm-hmm. Baby aspirin and busanide.
Ooh.
So, I don't know.
I'm
supposed to inhale this.
The breathable steroid thing they're saying
for
they're
your
having?
lungs.
Yeah, they're saying they have some good success with that.
I guess a doctor in Texas, I think, started using this and says it's really, really good because it attacks it at the roots, your lungs. So I haven't had my baby aspirin yet, but I'm afraid to take it because, then I'm flying high. God only knows what I'll say on the air.
Well, I'm interested because you don't know that you have COVID. These are what, kind of just in case a situation, or you're not sure?
Yeah, well, everybody in the family's on them now. I mean, everybody dropped like flies last week. Mm-hmm. Just dropped like flies. It was one after another. But luckily, unlike the Omega Man, or Legend, I was the only one left there for a while. But they got better fast because I was like, somebody's got to cook food. I don't know how to.
That's good. That's good. I'm sure they appreciated that.
Yeah. No, they did. Hey, can you get up because his house is really starting to get really rancid? I don't know if something died in the refrigerator or what, but
someone needs to do something here.
He needs to do something because I'm not doing it.
So, is there a way? That we can utilize this potential ailment of yours to our advantage? Is there a sympathy quotient we can exploit to its fullest ability, fullest levels? I don't know. I will say, I think today.
Okay, so in other words, so like if you should listen all this week because I could be dead tomorrow.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Yeah.
I'm going to take you tomorrow. I may not be here, so you should listen every second.
It's not quite as believable when you were already saying, you didn't necessarily feel that way. But still, I think over the week we could build the drama. And again, like this is
I should get worse this week.
Right. This is the week too. I think today's the first day where people can vote on your going into the Radio Hall of Fame. So there's a clear sympathy tie-in here.
Oh yeah, because nobody's going to do it because I belong in the Hall of Fame.
No, definitely.
I mean, I clearly don't belong in the Hall of Fame. So oh my gosh, Stu, I just found out I'm all out of zinc. I'm all out of zinc.
I think you can kind of hear the.
That's bad. No, that's the baby aspirin that you were listening to. And I've only got a few of the baby aspirin, so I could be in a lot of pain. A lot of pain.
Now, someone who deserved to go in the Radio Hall of Fame probably picks up an empty bottle and is prepared to fake his lack of medication. You obviously don't.
But I don't
belong
deserve
in.
it.
Right. So you can still hear the pills jiggling around, and everyone knows that you're lying.
This will be clearly a sympathy vote.
Right.
Clearly a sympathy vote, which is great. Which is great. So
this is the way you can go, by the way,
to
we should point this out, radiovote.com. I think you can. One person, I think it's one vote per email address, radiovote.com. And you have a chance to vote for Glenn as one of the spoken word Radio Hall of Famers to go in this year. It'd be cool. I mean, because at least make Glenn feel better. Maybe maybe it's something we can mention in his eulogy.
This is probably going to be in one of those things that they give you when you're dead. A good broadcaster would know the name of it, but I don't remember what it is because I'm so sick.
Glenn? Oh, okay. He's still there.
Okay.
He's still there.
I could go at any minute. I could go at any minute.
This is very Chris Cuomo-esque, this entire perforance. At any time, I expect you to come out of your basement and say, for the first time, you've been allowed out of your room.
Yeah. Well, that's what I would do. Yeah, that's what I would do. And Chris, of course, I wouldn't be on CNN doing it. I wouldn't say that I'm a credible journalist. I'd tell you the whole time, I'm not doing anything the doctor's telling me to do, because I think I'm serious. If this is what it is, this is ridiculous. If this is the way 80% of the people feel when they get it, this is ridiculous. Take 20%, random 20% if you have to. I don't care. Just quarantine the people that are most likely to get it.
Right, like the first baseman for Major League Baseball franchises, right? Let's just quarantine them because they're super likely to get. You don't know. That's the whole point. You don't know which people are going to be affected by it. You can take a guess. You can eliminate the most vulnerable, and I think that's what we're trying to do, I guess, now, right? I mean, that's seemingly what we're trying to do at the moment.
Can I ask a question? Are they screwing with the color on the television show, or have I just gotten really, really greenish?
You do. There is an issue with that right now. If you happen to be viewing on Blaze TV,
really?
There is an issue.
I think
it looks bad in your monitor now.
Is it a possibility?
It is fixed, I believe, for the normal viewer.
Is it possible that I gave the camera COVID?